Hi everyone on YouTube, Shadowsun here, welcome back to my channel. So this is another video of a blog post that I have written but did not make a video about as part of the month of February. So hope you guys enjoy. Today I'm talking about building a daily practice and more. I wrote this post below that you can see in the description when I was still a student. And a lot of these things, more or less, still apply to me today. However, ritual is something I'm picking back up, as I mentioned in my previous video. And I am rethinking some of the things that I've said. A majority of what I said in that post, starting with visualization and meditation, still applies. Because I feel like those are good practices for beginners to start with an everyday basis, because meditation allows you to focus and concentrate. Visualization allows you to focus and clearly formulate and have your goal in mind, in that you are really putting yourself in it. You know, you're not just seeing in your mind's eye that you're getting more money, as an example. You might be focusing on how that money feels, how that money, how that money is when you receive the money, or just as an example. And with visualization, I feel like people get really complicated and try to visualize just seeing things, and I feel like incorporating all the senses is important. So like, for example, I used to hold objects, or I would just use things that I've already seen. Start with really simple things like the moon or the sun. You can also imagine things you've already seen before, and then when you go on to things like energy work, you just bring up all your senses into it. Just focus on what the sun feels like, as an example, what the moon's energy might feel like, and not just feeling, but maybe you're visualizing a color, and maybe you've not seen the color before, and I'm gonna go into color magic as well. Maybe I won't even talk about color, but color is a tricky one. But just don't see the color. What does that color feel like, or try to incorporate as many senses as possible, is what I'm getting at here. In addition, I think that visualization and meditation kind of go together. You're able to do both. You can focus and concentrate. You're also able to keep in mind what you're trying to manifest and how that thing comes into manifestation. Maybe not so much how, but you're really putting yourself in it. You're being present with it. You're seeing it as it's already in reality. So with the money example, you are already receiving that money. You have the money. You're paying your bills with the money, as an example. Another thing that I mentioned in that post is just starting with 5 minutes of meditation a day. That's what I did. Starting with breathing work. I know it sounds really counterintuitive, and maybe counterintuitive because people think, well, everybody breathes and whatnot, but you can just breathe and focus on the rhythm of your breathing. And some people might like to count to keep focus. And if you get distracted, that's fine. It's normal to get distracted during meditation. It's normal for your mind to wander. I feel like everybody gets stuck with that. Like, oh, my mind just wanders. I have too many thoughts. That's normal. That happens to me all the time. And it still happens to me. And meditation is something I'm beginning to pick back up. And, starting with little things. Even if you start with one thing, like I wrote in the post. Start with one thing. And if that one thing is breathing work, start with that and build up. Because you start and you build up and you have that rhythm, that momentum, and integrating it into your routine is the biggest thing, even if you're a student. And even if you're working or whatever the situation is, just starting with one little thing and building it up. When I was doing ritual, and when I wrote this, I'd make time for ritual. Every day is a ritual. And I mentioned The Circle Within in that book by Diane, Sylvan. That book really helped me cement my practice. And that book can be found below in the description. I have a link for it. And that book was really helpful for me. I already had a daily practice before that book was even out, before I found the book rather. And that book just helped me solidify my daily practice and refine it in ways I didn't even realize. Every day is a ritual. So if you wake up in the morning and you take a shower, that could be a meditative thing. Or just doing some quick breathing techniques before you go take a shower or get your coffee. You know, setting that intention. Or as an example, one of the things that I like to do is I like to spend a few minutes at my altar each day and setting my intention and declaring my intention. And if I'm working on a spell, even if it's something simple like a candle spell, for example, I might light the candle for the amount of time I'm going to be at the altar and say an incantation or whatever I wrote for that spell, and just giving that energy to it and letting that energy just flow out with the candle flame, with my intention, my visualization, my focus, all those practices that I started out with. And this isn't for everybody. I just think you should try it out and see. But these are just some really simple ways you can build a daily practice and really build it up. And if you want to try meditation, use a timer. That might help you. And you don't even have to do guided meditations or sit down and meditate. You can do walking meditations. You can do meditations where you're just focusing on your breath, or you could do a meditation on something else. Try different meditation types and see which one works for you. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you are all safe and well, and I'll speak to you all soon. Please check out the links below for that book and my blog post on the subject. And let me know if you guys have any questions down below in the comments. And subscribe, share, like, all that good stuff. Speak soon. Many blessings.